Elena failed to remember Mexico town. Tita and Pedro fall head over heels. However, their marriage is prohibited as to customs. Mother Elena considers Tita's job to be her overseer forever. No, most youthful little girl has at any point hitched, and her girl won't be quick to break custom. Tita's heart breaks when her mom offers Pedro her sister rather than her, and he acknowledged it just to live approach Tita-he says. Presently they live in a similar house, and Mother Elena can't restrict their affection as she did their marriage.
No.
Tita and Rosaura live with their mom, Mama Elena. The mother has concluded that Tita should remain single to deal with her when she turns into an elderly person. Tita acknowledges her destiny, despite the fact that she's enamored with Pedro. Pedro and his dad attempt to persuade Elena, yet she rejects.
Pedro has decided to wed Rosaura.
Pedro requests that Elena consent to wed Rosaura, all things considered. He means to live as near Tita as could really be expected. Additionally, Tita is the principal cook, which readies all the menu to be eaten at their wedding. At the point when she is setting up the wedding cake, she cries peacefully. When the visitors eat that cake, they all vibe nostalgic about their previous existences. In the long run, Tita finds that she can do a particular sort of enchantment with the dishes she gets ready. And everyone will be an affection melody for Pedro from that second on. Tita is kept as a worker in Elena's home, where Pedro and Rosaura stay to reside after the wedding trip. Rosaura and Tita don't get on excessively well. However, Rosaura is blissful on the grounds that she'll be the expert of the hacienda when Elena bites the dust. Rosaura brings forth a child by Pedro. Tita winds up nursing the kid and becomes exceptionally attached to him. Dr. John Brown meets Tita and is clearly stricken with her. Mama Elena before long concludes that the youngster is bringing Tita and Pedro considerably closer together and chooses to send Rosaura's family away. Pedro, Rosaura and the child go to San Antonio, where the child bites the dust on the grounds that the food disagrees with him. Tita and Elena get into a contention and Elena smacks Tita in the face with a wooden spoon. Tita escapes to the dovecot where she has a breakdown. Dr. John earthy-colored comes and removes her to his center for treatment and falls profoundly infatuated with her. He's actual patient, despite the fact that he realizes that Tita is enamored with another man. Dr. Earthy Colored recounts an account of how every individual has a book of matches inside them and that genuine romance gives the oxygen to the fire. However, at that point every one of us should find what will light the main match. He additionally cautions that we shouldn't strike all the matches on the double or we will get back to where we came from when we were conceived. Maria Elena is killed by rebels who one day attack the ranch. Before long, her specter clearly begins to appear. It seems to disturb Tita with exceptional thought. Tita becomes attracted to John, so Rosaura doesn't feel burning anymore. Exactly when Rosaura delivers her ensuing youngster, she's euphoric in light of the fact that it's a young woman. Rosaura talks about naming the kid after Tita and says her daughter won't at any point marry simultaneously, in the family custom, will stay single and manage her, correspondingly as Mama Elena compelled Tita to do. Tita dissents angrily and suggests that her sister name the youngster Esperanza. A conflict follows and Tita expresses that over the long haul Rosaura will fail horrendously, leaving her young lady permitted to do any way she sees fit. She ages fundamentally. Tita speaks with John and tells him she engaged in sexual relations to Pedro and can't marry him. John says that it has no effect, that he will make them accept she wants him and that he'll similarly uphold her expecting that she really wants Pedro. Time slips by and it is presently 1934 and Esperanza has grown up and is wedding Dr. Hardy Hugh's kid. Tita and Pedro dance together and he examines them having a young person together now that everyone is gone and his young lady is created. A dish is served at the wedding supper that makes everyone fiery and a huge piece of the guests leave in pairs, getting a handle on each other. The last to go is Dr. Brown. By and by, we see Pedro and Tita at a storage facility on the homestead. Pedro gets Tita and passes her on past the brink like a woman of great importance. Tita and Pedro engage in sexual relations in a genuine environment, around night time, in a room overflowing with silk-white fabric and many consuming candles. Pedro out of the blue kicks the pail directly following experiencing vigorous sex, likely in light of the fact that he lit up all the matches immediately. Right when Tita sees what has happened, she immolates herself by swallowing matches reliably until she unnecessarily bursts into blasts and the two darlings are consumed by the fire. An off-screen storyteller lets the crowd know that the entire farm consumed with the exception of Tita's cookbook. The storyteller ends up being Esperanza's girl and she says that Tita will continuously live however long as somebody is cooking her recipes.